Everyone thinks Claude Code is for developers. It's not. I've been using Claude Code for the past few weeks to run my entire marketing operation, and I'm not a developer. I don't write code, I run businesses. But Claude Code is the closest thing we have to an actual AI second brain. Not a chatbot, not an automation tool, a second brain. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set one up, even if you have never touched a terminal in your life. By the way, I'm Jackson Yu. I run a few businesses, software agency, even dental clinics. I don't claim to be an AI expert, but what I'm sharing in this video is how I actually run my operations now. And to make sure I'm not just making things up, I'll also show you what the creator of Claude Code himself does. Stuff that 99% of users don't know about. Here's what we're covering: what Claude Code actually is, the 30-second explanation, why it's different from ChatGPT and AI and every other AI tool you have ever tried, how I'm using it to run my content, a complete setup guide, the no-brainer version, and the first things you should do after you install it. Let's get into it. You have probably heard of Claude Code. Maybe you have seen the tweets. Maybe someone in your feed said it changed everything for them. But here's the thing, you can't actually explain what it is. And that's not your fault. The name is confusing. The marketing is confusing. Like half the tutorials online are developers building apps, and you're sitting there thinking, cool, but what does this have to do with me? Let me fix that for you. Let me give you the 30-second explanation you can use to tell anyone what Claude Code is. Claude Code is Claude with superpowers. Normal Claude, the one you use on the website, forgets everything after each conversation. You start fresh every single time. Claude Code remembers. Normal Claude can't see your files. You have to kind of copy and paste everything into the chat. Claude Code can read your files, write new ones, and organize them for you. Normal Claude just answers questions. Claude Code can actually do things on your computer. That's it. That's the difference. Regular Claude is a chatbot. Claude Code is an agent that lives inside your system. Let me show you why I call it a second brain. Think about what your brain does. Your brain has memory. It remembers who you are, what you've done, your preferences. Your brain has context. When someone talks to you, you understand the background. Your brain can take action. You don't just think about things, you do things. Now look at ChatGPT or regular Claude. No real memory. Every chat kind of starts from zero. No context. You have to re-explain everything. No action. It can't really do much. Now look at Claude Code. It has a file called CLAUDE.md that remembers everything you tell it about yourself, your business, your preferences. It's the memory. And then the context. It can see your entire folder structure, your files, your notes, your existing work. And it can create files, edit files, run commands, and execute tasks. That's why I call it a second brain. It's not just answering questions. It's working alongside you. Now the name is a problem. Claude Code. Sounds like it's for coding, for developers, for people who write software. And yes, it started that way. Originally built it for developers who wanted Claude to help them write code. But here's what happened. Non-developers started using it. Writers, marketers, consultants, business owners, and they realized this isn't a coding tool. This is an everything tool. Think of it this way. Claude Code is Claude with hands. Now, regular Claude on the web can do things. It can read PDFs, process images, analyze transcripts. So what's the real differences? Two things. First, system access. Regular Claude lives in the browser tab. Claude Code lives on your computer. It can see your files, create new ones, organize your folders, run commands. It's not sandboxed in the chat window. Second, persistence. Regular Claude forgets everything when you close the tab. Claude Code has CLAUDE.md, a file that remembers who you are, how you work, what you prefer. Every conversation builds on the last. That's the real differences. Not capabilities, but access and memories. And none of that requires coding. The name is just bad marketing, so ignore the name. So who should actually be using Claude Code? If you're creating content like writers, marketers, YouTubers, if you're managing information like consultants, researchers, agency owners, or if you are someone who makes decisions based on a lot of inputs like founders, executives, strategists. Basically, if you work with knowledge, Claude Code is for you because it can literally 100 times your output. But if your job is purely physical like a carpenter, a chef, a surgeon, probably not. By the way, if you're finding this valuable, hit subscribe now. I'll be doing more content like this. A quick note on the cost. Because I know you're wondering, Claude Code requires a paid plan. you can't use it on the free tier. The Pro plan at $20 a month works, but for serious use, you probably want the Max plan at $100 a month. That gives you like 5 times the usage. There's also the $200 tier if you are really heavy. So yes, it's an investment, but if Claude saves you 2 to 3 hours a day, it basically pays for itself. Still confused? Let me just show you. This is my Claude Code right now. Watch what happens when I ask it something. See that? It's reading my actual files on my computer, not in a chat window, but on my system. It's not asking me to paste anything. It already knows where my content lives. It already has the context. So that's the difference. And once you feel that difference, you just can't go back. But knowing what it is isn't enough. Let me show you why it beats everything else you are currently using. Let me guess how you are using AI right now. You open ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever tool you use. You type a question, you get an answer, and then you copy it somewhere. Next day, you come back, new chat, start over. Does this sound familiar? You want it to write in your voice, you have to explain your voice again. You want it to reference something you wrote last week, you have to paste it in again. And you want it to know about your business, your audience, your preferences. You have to tell it every single time. That's not a second brain. That's a very smart stranger you have to reintroduce yourself to every conversation. Here's the thing. You're using AI like a calculator. Type in the input, get the output, start over. Claude Code is different. Claude Code is a system. It compounds. It gets smarter the more you use it because it remembers what you have told it. Let me break this down. I'm not saying ChatGPT is all that bad. It's great for quick questions. But if you're trying to build systems, if you're trying to create consistent output, ChatGPT is the wrong tool, at least at the time of this recording. It's like writing a journal but burning the pages after each entry. You never really build on anything. Claude Code keeps the journal. And just additional quick note on other tools that you might be using. Automation tools like N8N, Zapier, Make, they execute predefined workflows. So if X happens, do Y. They follow rules, they don't think. AI wrappers like Jasper or Copy.ai, they put a UI on top of an AI for one purpose, locked into a single use case. Claude Code is different. It thinks, it adapts, and it grows with you. The more context you add, the smarter it gets. Different categories. Now, let's talk about the real shift. Let me give you a mental shift that changed everything for me. You have probably heard of prompt engineering. The idea that if you write a perfect prompt, you'll get a perfect output. And yes, prompt matter, but here's the problem. With prompt engineering, you're crafting a perfect request that the AI will forget immediately after. Every conversation, you start over, and your amazing prompt doesn't really carry forward. Context engineering is different. Instead of crafting the perfect prompt every time, you build context once and Claude remembers it. Your brand voice documented in CLAUDE.md, Claude reads it every time. Your workflow, save as a skill, Claude follows it automatically. Your preferences, stored in your folder structure, Claude sees it. The formula is context plus skills equals to predictable output. Build the context once, create the skills once, get consistent output forever. That's the shift. Now, this all sounds nice in theory, but who should actually be using this? And what happens if you don't? If you're in marketing or creative work, you have a fundamental problem. You need volume, more content, more often, more platforms. You need quality. It has to be good, on brand, and valuable. You need consistency. Your voice can't change randomly from post to post. These three things are in constant tension. More volume usually means lower quality. Higher quality usually means slower output. And consistency, that's the first thing that breaks when you're rushing. Here's what happens if you don't solve this. You stay stuck in the copy-paste loop. Every AI conversation starts from zero. Your output stays inconsistent. And the people who do build context, they'll be 100 times more productive than you using the same tool. Here's how Claude Code changes the equation. Claude can draft content 100 times faster than you can. Not replace you, but draft for you. First drafts, variations, repurposing. Claude has your context, your voice, your style, your standards. The drafts are actually usable, not generic AI slop. So it has quality and consistency. This is the big one. Your brand voice lives in Claude.md. Claude reads it before every task. It doesn't drift, it doesn't forget. And the result, you go from AI as a tool I occasionally use to AI as a system I run. You are not prompting, you are operating. Let me give you some specific examples. Content calendar management. Claude can read your existing calendar, see what's scheduled, identify gaps, suggest topics based on what's worked before. Brand voice at scale. You document your voice once. Every piece of content Claude helps with follows that voice. Or research to content pipeline. Drop a transcript in a folder. Claude extracts the insights, matches them to your existing content teams, drafts the post for you. Client work systemization. Claude knows client A is different from client B. These aren't hypotheticals. This is what I'm actually doing, and I'll show you my setup in the next few minutes. But first, let me show you what the creator of Claude Code himself does. This is the insider stuff. Now, I promise I'll share what the creator of Claude Code does. His name is Boris Cherny. He's an engineer at Anthropic. He built Claude Code. And a few weeks ago, he posted a thread about how he uses Claude Code, the guy who made it. Some of this is developer specific, but a lot of it applies to everyone. So let me translate the key insights. First insight, the team at Anthropic treats CLAUDE.md as a living document. Not something you write once and forget, but something you update constantly. When Claude makes a mistake, they document it. Don't do X because of Y. When they discover a pattern that works, they add it. CLAUDE.md is like training a new employee. You wouldn't train them once and never give feedback. You'll correct them as you go. Same with Claude. The more you refine CLAUDE.md, the better Claude gets at working with you. Second insight, and this is probably the most important one, give Claude a way to verify its work. Boris said if Claude can check its own output, the quality goes up 2 to 3 times. And what does that mean in practice? If you're asking Claude to write content, tell it to check the content against your style guide. If you're asking Claude to organize files, tell it to confirm the organization matches your structure. Give it a feedback loop. Don't just say, do this. Say, do this, then verify if you did it correctly. That single tip will change your output quality immediately. Third insight, use plan mode. And this is my favorite. Before diving into execution, have Claude create a plan for you. You can trigger this by pressing Shift-Tab twice, or just ask Claude to plan this before you do it. Claude will outline the steps and you can review them before it executes. This prevents the classic AI problem, Claude running off and doing something you didn't expect. Plan first, execute second. Fourth insight, /commands. If you do something repeatedly like committing code or processing a transcript or drafting a certain type of post, you can save it as a /command. You type /commit and Claude runs your whole commit workflow. You type /process transcript and Claude does the entire extraction process you have defined. The principle is never prompt the same thing twice. If you're typing the same instructions repeatedly, turn it into a command. Build it once, use it forever. Fifth insight, the Anthropic team shares their CLAUDE.md file in Git. Everyone on the team contributes to it. Everyone benefits from updates. So if you have a team, you can do the same thing. Shared context, shared learning. Everyone's Claude gets better when one person figures something out. So this is how you scale Claude beyond just yourself. By the way, if you're finding this valuable, hit subscribe now. I'll be doing more content like this. Alright, enough theory. Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. Alright, let me show you what I've actually built. So this is my second brain right here. It lives in a software called Obsidian, but that's just my preference. You could use basically any folder structure. So here's how I've organized it. A folder for my kind of personal brand content and a lot of everything about me basically. And then a folder for each of my different businesses along with some of the businesses that I've invested in. And inbox where everything's dropped first, everything that is unorganized. A library for references, material, and then a folder specifically for AI stuff and my skills. So the whole philosophy is simple. Claude can see everything about me. So I organize it in a way that makes sense to Claude and me. The last part is really important. It has to make sense to me because I'm the user. If you're following other organization systems like Para, Johnny Decimal, GTD, Telcalston, keep it. Claude adapts to your structure, not the other way around. This is my CLAUDE.md file, the brain of the operation. So let me walk you through what's in here. First section, who I am. So quick context on me, my business, my goals. And then the second section is literally the vault structure. So this is where I literally explain to Claude, how my folders are organized. And then third section and downwards is basically how to help me the processing rules, content creation rules, my voice, my style. Fourth section is more like company based, like the key people who's on my team, what they do. The fifth section downwards is brand context. So basically my positioning, my proof points, what I talk about, what I don't talk about. So it looks like a lot, but I didn't write this in a day. So I built it over time. So every time Claude needed context it didn't have, I added it. So I've only just getting started. Here are my Claude skills. So skills are like specialized instructions. When I say use this skill, Claude knows exactly what process to follow. So this particular one is the brain dump to content. So when I dump a raw idea, Claude follows this exact process. So it will extract the core. Step 1. Step 2, it will pick a structure out of my story structure. Step 3, it will draft the body content. Step 4, it will generate 10 plus hook variations for me. Step 5, it will score it and pick the top 3 for me. And step 6, output the whole thing. And then step 7, basically it polish the whole video for me. So I don't have to re-explain this every time. The skill exists, Claude reads it and then just follows it. Let me show you this in action. I heard a story just now and I kind of want to use one of my skills to turn it into a full script for me. So let me... Okay, so this is what I heard, very raw thoughts and just basically a very raw story. So now let's see what Claude does. So it's reading the brain dump. Okay, let me extract the code. So it's asking a few questions back to me, and then I kind of want to let Claude Code takes the lead. So just tell it, you decide. Okay, so it's going through the full skill now, reading through my story bank, reading through the whole structure. So checking for relevant proof points. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 is scores itself based on how it's doing. And then at the end of it, it provides me with 3 hook options and then a full video script. Okay, so team A almost hit someone while driving. Team B in the same car said she didn't see anyone. So they checked the dash cam. The person was there, clear as day, blah, blah, blah. Team B wasn't lying. Okay, so, and there's the lesson. This is why I don't trust. I feel like the ads aren't working, or I think our elites are getting worse. Feelings aren't data. Memory isn't evidence. Perception isn't reality. The dash cam doesn't lie. So your analytics won't either if you can check them. So there's a call to action. If next time if you are about to make a decision based on what you feel is happening, check the dash cam first. So, and it asked me like, which hook do I want to run with? So did I really write that? Not really. But did Claude write it? Not alone. So we kind of built this together. And that's the second brain in action. So if this video does well, I'll do a deep dive on my exact system, every file, every skill, every workflow. So let me know in the comments if you want that. But first, let's get you set up. Okay, enough talking about it. Let's get you set up. I'm going to give you the no-brainer version, the simplest path from zero to working with Claude Code. If you want to go deeper later, you can. But right now, let's just get Claude Code running on your machine. Before we install anything, there are a few ways to use Claude Code. Let me keep it simple. Option 1, Claude Desktop plus Cowork. If you are on a Mac and want the easiest start, download Claude Desktop. There's a new feature called Cowork. It watches your screen and helps you in real time. It's not as powerful as full Claude Code, but a great on-ramp for total beginners. Option 2, VS Code plus Claude Code extension. This is what I recommend for most people. VS Code is free. Claude Code extension gives you the full power of Claude Code, but with a visual interface, so you see the difference. You click to accept the changes. Works on MacBook, Windows, and Linux. Or option 3, Terminal, pure command line. Most powerful but steeper learning curve. So if you're already comfortable in Terminal, go for it. For this tutorial, I'm showing you option 2, VS Code with the extension. It's the sweet spot of power and usability. First, go to code.visualstudio.com and download VS Code. It's free. Then, open VS Code, go to the extension, search Claude Code. Install the official one from Anthropic. Sign in with your Claude account, and you are done. Now, you need to give Claude somewhere to work. Create a folder on your computer. Call it whatever you want. Second Brain, Claude Workspace, My AI System, your name, whatever. Inside that folder, create a simple structure. So just have inbox, content, reference, and then the CLAUDE.md file. That's it. 4 things. Don't overthink it. Now, point Claude to this folder. If you don't know, just type, Claude, help me find this folder. And it will literally help you with that. This is the most important part. There's a few ways to do it, and let me walk you through the harder way first. Then I'll show you the easier way. First, create a file called CLAUDE.md in your workspace. Here's what to put in it to start. Who I am, your name, what you do, 2 to 3 sentences. What I'm working with, your current focus, like what you want Claude to help you with, my preferences. So I prefer what kind of writing tone. I want Claude to act how. When I say X, I mean Y. And then the folder structure. So the inbox, the content, the reference. That's your starter template. I'm putting a more complete version in the description if you want to download, and it's free. But honestly, this is enough to start. You add to it over time. Now, here's another easier way, or easiest. Just type in the command and ask Claude to generate a draft CLAUDE.md for you. It's that easy. Here are some commands that you need to know. Just talk to it. Claude Code is conversational, so you don't really need any special syntax. Just type what you want, like read the file in my inbox and summarize it. What files are in my content folder? Or help me to draft a video script about whatever topic that you want. You could use slash commands, like type slash to see available commands. Some are built in, and you can add your own layer. Plan mode, my favorite. Hit Shift Tab twice, or just say plan this first. So Claude will actually outline before executing. Last but not least, this is what you need to remember. If Claude seems confused, you can start a fresh conversation. Just type /clear or just start a new chat. One more thing, skills. Anthropic has official skills that you can install. Just go to github.com/anthropics/skills. I'll put the link in the description below. Now, here's what you can do. Browse through, see the one you like, download it, put it in a /skills folder in your workspace. Claude would automatically see it. You can also just tell Claude to download all official skills and plugins through the prompt, or create your own. A skill is just a markdown file that describes a process. We'll go deeper on skills another time. For now, just know they exist. Now, your system is installed, but how do you know it's actually working? Here are 5 tests to confirm. Okay, Claude Code is installed. Your workspace exists. Your CLAUDE.md has the basics. Now, let's test it. Here are 5 things to do right now to make sure everything is working and to start building the habit. First test, can Claude see your files? Drop a document in your inbox folder, anything, a PDF, a text file, a transcript, and you can ask Claude, what's in my inbox? If it sees the file, you are good. Then next, what you can do is you can ask it to summarize the file. If it can read and summarize, your file access is working. You'll probably receive a prompt to ask you to grant access to do certain things. Second test, does Claude remember what you told it? Open your CLAUDE.md. Add something distinctive, like my favorite color is blue. If I ever ask about preferences, mention this. And then now go back to Claude and ask, what's my favorite color? If it knows, your CLAUDE.md is being read. This is how Claude remembers. Anything in CLAUDE.md, Claude knows every time it loads. Third test, can Claude actually do things? Ask Claude to create a file. Create a new file called test.md in my content folder with the text hello from Claude. And then now, check the folder. If the file is there, Claude can execute actions. You have an agent, not just a chatbot. Fourth test, try the plan mode yourself. Again, this is my favorite. Give Claude a slightly complex task. I want you to organize my download folder by topic. Plan how you will do this before executing. And then you can actually see that Claude outlines the whole steps for you. You can review, approve, and then execute. This prevents Claude from going rogue on complex tasks. Fifth test, run a simple workflow. Ask Claude to do something multi-step. For example, read the document in my inbox, extract the 3 main points, create a draft post based on those points in my content folder. If it completes all 3 steps without you intervening, you have a working system. And congratulations, you now have an AI second brain. Here's what just happened. few minutes ago, you might have been using AI like a calculator. Type in, get out, forget. Now you have the foundation of a second brain, something that remembers, something that compounds, something that gets better the more you use it. You went from AI dabbler to AI operator. That's a real shift. I made this video because I needed to train my team and a lot of other people in my life, like my consulting clients, my students, friends who kept asking me the same questions. So I figured, why not just put it on YouTube? I'm not positioning myself as an AI expert. I'm a practitioner. I buy, build, grow, and scale businesses with marketing and now with AI too. So if this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want the CLAUDE.md starter template I mentioned, it's in the description. Free download, no email required. Just take it and go. If you want more of this kind of content, subscribe. Drop a comment telling me what you want me to cover next. The full breakdown of my system, a deep dive on skills, something else. If this video does well, I'll release my full second brain setup. Every file, every skill, every workflow. I'll see you in the next one.